This is Secrets to Win Big, your roadmap to sustained growth. Brought to you by Arjun Sen, founder and CEO of Zen Mango, top brand growth driver, and a former Fortune 500 executive who has been called one of the most marketing intelligent minds in the business. Find him at zenmango.com. And now, here's your host, Arjun Sen.
Welcome to Secrets to Win Big with Arjun Sen. Hi, this is Arjun. I'm really excited about the next few episodes because I want to summarize a lot of wisdom, insights I've got from doing these podcasts, nearly 75 of these, and past 30 years in the corporate world. The first area of Secrets to Win Big that I see is a common trait in leaders all over the world in every walk of life is see beyond. Seeing beyond is literally taking time to see what no one else is seeing. It's about discovering. It's not trying to innovate something and trying to find something that did not exist. I will share with you an incredible story about my wife, Chitra, our puppy dog Yuki, and myself. We were coming back from Vail, Colorado, and we paused at a scenic viewpoint. Just for a few minutes, we had a sip of water, we took a picture of the mountains, and all of a sudden we started seeing that the traffic going back towards Denver was picking up. We felt this urge to get back on the road right away because we didn't want to get stopped or delayed in traffic. My wife Chitra made the goofiest of statements where she looked at the pass across, the ridge across, and said, wow, if somebody was on top of that ridge, they would have looked at us and said, how lucky are we to be on top of Vail Pass, that too in our car. And at that instant, Chitra saw what nobody else around us was seeing. And the moment we realized how lucky we were to drive out there, we decided to pause, sit back. We got some coffee out. I had my protein bar. Chitra had blueberries, and Yuki, our puppy dog, loves blueberries. And we made a little unplanned picnic out of it. Cars came, cars paused. People took quick pictures. They went, and we just sat there. And very soon, we were rewarded with this incredible sunset. We didn't even take pictures of the sunset because every second of the sunset was changing, and the colors in the ridge and the clouds were going from perfect to even more perfect. What an incredible memory when we started driving back to Denver. But all these amazing memories wouldn't have happened if Chitra did not pause and think and see what others were not seeing. So in See Beyond, there are three parts to See Beyond that I look at every time. One is to have the discoverer's mindset. You have to be excited about what you will see, but you do not know what it is. Think, if you and I were 5-year-olds and one of our parents are taking us to the zoo, you and I would be having a conversation, sitting in the back seat by saying, what will the monkey do today? If we throw a banana at the monkey, will the monkey peel the banana and eat it? Will the monkey start scratching himself? It's two young minds. The fun for them has begun on the back seat of the car, even before they get to the zoo because their mind is so open. Second, you have to pause to see. You can't be in a rush. Seeing is an unplanned activity. There's no user manual to seeing. You have to give seeing a chance. In Chitra's case, she just looked and stared at the ridge across, and it came to her. And that pausing is very important. Finally, seeing takes different perspectives. For each one of us to appreciate life where we are, professionally, personally, we really must look from where we were 5-10 years back. And all of a sudden, the eyes will light out by saying, wow, how much have I accomplished? Or look at where you are planning to go 5 years from now. And looking back will help you see how today is so important and critical in that bigger journey. Sometimes I would see life or the situation from the perspective of others. So it's all about these different perspectives. that create the bigger picture of what you're not seeing by yourself sitting in the present and being just Arjun or just you. Let me take you to one of my favorite restaurants, a fast casual restaurant. Amazing food, but every time I would be there, I realized that this restaurant has a very unique problem. Half the table has dirty dishes. And even if I want to be a good Samaritan and pick those dishes up, they have not placed any trash bins for customers. Just to digress for a second, I think some very smart marketing person wanted to create this amazing experience for customers where he or she thought that customers should not finish their dining experience by taking dirty dishes and putting trash in. I know that's brilliant. But what they didn't see was they didn't create a path for me to start my experience by not seeing other dirty dishes. So that's a problem we'll solve another day. But coming back to this problem, as I started looking at, I really felt this was a big deal. Half the tables at any point of time had dirty dishes. I was working on a project with this restaurant, so I went and started asking different team members, whose job is it to clean the tables? And very soon I realized out of 7 different team members or groups of team members, cleaning the table was nobody's first priority, nobody's second priority, nobody's third priority. It was the 5th priority for 2 people. When something is the 5th priority of 2 people, it never gets done. All we had to do was put it as a number 1 priority for 1 person. And then at the end of the day, the manager got a text message that today, let's say it is Sarah. Sarah has made sure the 324 guests, families who came for dining in the restaurant had a great experience because of Sarah, because tables were clean every time. And the manager sent a thank you note to Sarah. And next day, the team huddle made Sarah again a superhero by saying, Sarah, 324 yesterday, what will the number be? And will Sarah have another perfect day? No pressure for it. Think, we have all seen dirty restaurants, dirty tables. But this I'm very proud of because just pausing for a second and trying to understand what is causing that instead of complaining to the manager and making it more difficult for a problem that did not have a planned solution, to see a simple solution. And the simple solution was to take it and see beyond, see what these individuals who all want to work hard, they want a clean restaurant, but they were not seeing the solution. Now, we talked about restaurants, we talked about Chitra and myself. This works, seeing beyond works at every aspect of life. Over the years, I've been very fortunate to work with one of the top golfers on the planet. And what I learned is the whole importance of perspective. As he starts looking at things, he feels for him to get that unique perspective, he has to focus on only one thing at any point of time. He feels when he does that, he becomes more in that moment. For example, when he chews gum, he is just chewing gum. He feels every bite and feels a satisfaction out of the gum. When he bites into his peanut butter and jelly sandwich that his daughter has made for him, he thinks and sees the moment before he left his house, his daughter waking up early to make every sandwich, cutting every edge to perfection. As he bites into every sandwich, every time, he feels the love from his daughter. And that makes him appreciate the moment because at that point, that's all he sees. And that being in the present and seeing one thing at a time sets him up, which finally, when he gets ready to putt and he crouches, he can start seeing what nobody else sees. The blades of the grass start getting thicker. He can even see micro drops of rainwater on the blades because every small thing matters. He was playing at Masters, and on the 16th hole, as he was getting ready to putt, and I was watching closely, I saw after he crouched, there was a little nodding of his head, and then he went back to the routine. The ball went near the hole, went around the hole and stopped. Wow, the Masters was lost by missing that putt. 8 weeks later, when I got a chance to meet with him, casually I asked him, so what happened? what was that head nod for? He's like, you saw a head nod? Like, yes. He said, wow, Arjun, you're the only person to have seen this. And that's the reason you get to know the answer. See, seeing what others do not see gets you rewarded because I got rewarded. So he explained to me that as he crouched, he saw that there were 3 blades of grass. Yes, 3 blades of grass. And I dare you to go to a golf course or anywhere in your backyard to isolate 3 blades of grass and see if you can see them from 80 feet. I can't, but this golfer could see 3 blades of grass. He saw that the groundskeeper that day had forgotten to trim the 3 blades of grass, and he couldn't trim them himself because this is against the rules of golf. And right away, he knew that if he putts too hard, the blades may not stop them and the ball would go off the green. So he was just hoping that when the ball came, the blades would just part and let it go, but it didn't happen. So as you start looking at, in every aspect of life, seeing beyond, seeing what no one else is seeing is a great place to start the journey to secrets to win big. This is important because if you miss that insight, that wisdom will be gone forever. If Chitra told us after coming back, if we could wait and could have seen the whole sunset, it didn't matter. But her seeing it at that instant and pausing was very important. And to get to that, you need to have the discoverer's mindset. Be excited. Feel like that little kid. You have to pause to see. Take time. And finally, have a change of perspective. It's an ongoing journey. The curiosity has to be there every time. So secrets to win big starts with seeing beyond. See what no one else is seeing. It's truly a pleasure to share one of the big secrets to win big with you. And I'm looking forward to bringing you more secrets, more conversations with fascinating guests very soon. Happy listening.
You've been listening to Secrets to Win Big with Arjun Sen, founder and CEO of Zen Mango, top brand growth driver, and a former Fortune 500 executive who has been called one of the most marketing intelligent minds in the business. To learn more, visit www.zenmango.com. Share this podcast with your friends and subscribe wherever you like to listen to podcasts.